What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today it's a cold, kind of rainy, misty day, and we're gonna try to make the best of it out here under the carport, and we're gonna start working on my wife's raised bed. I've got all the materials I need now, all the tools set up, so we should be able to really make some headway on this today. May have to work on it tomorrow, but I think we can do it today. So I'll go ahead and show you what we're gonna start with. So starting out here, I just have two 4x4 8-foot long boards, and I've went ahead and marked out the area that I'm going to cut first. She said she wants it about 32 inches tall, so this section here is 32 inches, and then this section here I'm going to leave the full length. So I'm going to have one high side where I can put like a cattle panel. So if I want to use that as a lattice, I'll have one high side where like cucumbers or something like that can grow on it. So we'll just go ahead, get this cut off, and this will make our four corners of our raised bed. So now that I've got my boards cut to length, obviously these are my short boards there for 32 inches. I've not decided if I'm going to make these longer boards like a short end of my rectangle or along one of the long sides yet. I'll just have to think it out here. I got a little bit to think on it while I am going to cut or route out along this line on the short legs. One on this side, one on this side, so that whenever this is standing, obviously my boards are coming out this way, one board's coming out this way, and this will be my corner piece. So cut a channel all the way down, I can slide my boards into it and then screw in from the short side and secure those outer boards securely. I'm going to go ahead and grab my router, get everything set up. I probably won't video this part. I mean, I'm just routering along a line. I'll probably use another board as a straight edge just to keep her, pretty well even. And I'll bring you back once I got those cut, and we'll probably start putting some boards in. I'm going to do this also on the long boards, just up to the 32 inch mark also, so it'll be level, of course. So we'll get started. Okay, so I've done a few things off camera now, and I'm at a good point of kind of catching everybody up and kind of also showing what I've got done. So let me get you flipped around here. So this is where we are now. I've got both notches cut on both of my end pieces here. I didn't end up using any board to keep it straight. I just kind of freehanded it. So it's not the prettiest, but it does work. I checked it for square. It is square. And the reason I've not put this last board on here is I'm going to have to rip one down. These are just a little bit too wide to come out exactly the way I need them. And I've just put them in the groove, the slot there, as you can see. And like I said, got it square. So now I'm going to go through with a drill and drill bit and run some holes down through, and then I'll go back through and screw everything together. That way nothing splits, nothing cracks, and we hold it all together square, and then I'll have this first side done. I don't know how wide I'm gonna make it. This will be the length of the raised bed, so I'll have my wife come home tonight and we'll talk it over on how wide she wants it, and then tomorrow I can finish it out. But I'm gonna get this one screwed together, and then I'll do the same to those other boards and get them screwed together best I can for today, and then we will put the short pieces on this way in the morning, and we'll have us a raised bed. Well, everybody, it's been a little bit since the last clip you seen there, actually probably a couple weeks, but I've been making some progress on the raised bed, and so I wanted to catch everybody up to speed now and kind of go through what I've done so far. So let me get you turned around here and we'll take a look together. So I've got it all put together here. So up here where these tall uprights are going to be, there's a hog panel over there by the fence. That's ultimately going to be across here for a lattice. But I went ahead, I got my four corners routed out, and then in the original video you seen there, I had some yellow softwood. I didn't realize it at first, so I had to pull all that back out, change it out with this red heartwood on these cedar planks, and that's just so that they're a lot more rot resistant. That yellow wood, it would be soft and wouldn't last very long at all. So I ended up just trimming those boards down off the dog ears, leaving them full length. I can't remember the exact measurements on those. And then here on the ends, I just got done doing those today. I had talked it over with the wife. She said 40 inches. It was easier for me to cut them to 35. I had, with those corners, the distance that you get, you know, right in here, it's going to be close to 40 anyways. So pretty large raised bed. As you can see down there, that gap on these three sides, they will have to have a little board cut and put in there before we start filling her full of dirt. But I got her back here on the concrete pad, and that's because it's close to where we're going to put it. It's pretty heavy, pretty awkward. I haven't got any bracing in yet. That'll be what I do next, because these boards, they aren't all exactly straight up and down. So that'll be my next deal. Probably only going to put some in the long boards. These end pieces at 35 inches, they're pretty solid. They don't have much difference in them. They're pretty well stocked, right, or stacked right on top of one another, so they should be all fine. But definitely gonna put some bracing on these longer sides, which is gonna amount probably just like a 2x2 board, and then, or maybe even smaller, and just screw them in, get them all straightened up with one another, leave them a little long so maybe they'll drive in the ground, and keep it braced so there won't be any wiggling. It'll be just like a fence post essentially, and we'll have it all set. So next thing you should see will be me probably putting some braces in. Well, everybody, it's been a few more days and I've finally got everything wrapped up, so I'll kind of run through this with you and see, or bring you up to speed on what I've done and show you basically the final product here. So there it is. I got a couple things to finally finish up. Got that little 2x2 post there in the middle, both sides there, as you can see. That's just to brace it so whenever I get the soil in there, it won't bow those boards out too much, and it'll keep everything rigid and everything centered. Just went down through there, zipped a couple nails in them. Got to cut that top piece off obviously on both of them, that way it's flush, you're not getting caught on it. got that woven wire panel up there. Just go through with some fencing steeples. That's what I'm gonna do. I gotta go grab some of those, but that's what I've got it cut down to. It's just a simple size like that, pretty even with the posts there. And now all we gotta do is fill her up with dirt and have her planting. It's taken me a lot longer than I really wanted to have this thing built. Probably won't get a lot out of it this year, maybe some late stuff, but next year she'll be up and running in full force. Maybe if you're in the off growing season and you're watching this video, it'll give you an idea of something you can do in the future. If I was gonna go back and redo this, I'd probably use a table saw to cut like my channels and stuff for my boards and keep them a lot straighter, a lot cleaner, be a lot easier than routing them out like I did. But I was using what I had to get it done, and I got it in a pretty good fashion. It should last me a few years before I maybe tear it out, do something different again later. So if you like this video, please leave me a thumbs up and leave me some comments down below if you have any questions. And until next time, see you in the next one. Bye bye.